Hello everyone, Venris here, and today we will be talking about modding, Total War Warhammer 3, things that I really like, the things that I really underused, and things that are really appreciated in all Total War games. And these things are effects. Total War Warhammer 3 is a game based on effects. Everything, almost everything that is in the campaign is based on effects. Effects are everywhere. Effects are on your buildings, they are on your technologies, they are on your auxiliaries, they are also on the campaign selection screen, they are almost everywhere. And right now, vanilla game of Total War Warhammer 3 has 13,016 different effects. And today I would like to talk about some of them that I really like and that are really underused also in the game, which is a big shame. We are on a Valkia campaign right now because the first effect that I would like to talk when talking about Valkia is movement. Valkia campaign effect is replenish 15% campaign movement range after winning a battle. One of the coolest effects done in Total War Warhammer 3. This effect was introduced into the game with the whole game. It wasn't added with any DLC. So Warhammer 3 had this effect from the get-go. But where is it used and how it is working, which is most important. The most important, as I said, thing, how it is working is that when you kill an enemy, defeat a lord, you are getting a replenishment of your movement points. So in this case, it would replenish 16, something like that, 16 points for us, so we can move and move. Could be abused a lot because you're winning battles, settlements, attacking and so on, and you're moving. But it's a very cool effect. But let's look inside into the game, inside of the tables, and see where this effect is actually right now in Total War Warhammer 3. We're going through all of the tables right now. So first of all, this effect is on Alithanar. Alithanar has it for his set. So because if you get all items for Alithanar, you get public order increase, faction life +1, amazing. And for him as a character, he's getting 8 movement points percentage after winning a battle. Not much, let's face it. Then we have it for the Great Plan Draken wagons. So this is for Gorbas. So the latest DLC, Greenskins, his great plans, he has it only here, 25% only for him, but it's something. As for the character skills, we have way more here because we have it on Trench, we have Alithanar, Demon Prince, Chandlik, Thorgrim, Grimgor, Heart of Korn, Korn as lords, all of them have it, Skulltaker, Golfan, you will say a lot, but it's like in terms of the whole game, that's not a lot, let's face it. Then if like a global stuff, we have it only on the Nemesis Crown and some small events, Valkia of course, as I said at the beginning of this video, and Kislev Orthodoxy, also the faction lords have it. Besides that, nothing else really have it on campaign stuff. In technologies, only one technology is using it, and it's Valkia again. It's 10% faction wide for all the characters. So for me, this is a gigantic shame that such a cool effect is not used anywhere, or almost anywhere. Second effect, we are again on Valkia, because she has a trait that allows her to replenish movement range after an enemy retreats from battle. Again, amazing effect. Let's check where this effect is used in the game overall. So movement increase after a enemy retreats from the battle so you can catch him is used only on Valkia. This effect is nowhere used else in the game. A big shame in my opinion, but you know, but this for the Skaven or Malekith would be really fitting. For Skaven can be an opposite, it can be negative, so enemy can you get less because enemy run a lot of possibilities, very cool effect, and since Warriors of Chaos DLC, Champions of Chaos still not used anywhere in the game. The next effect that is still movement that I would like to talk about is movement range after razing a settlement. This effect was very common when Warhammer 3 was released, but then it was removed almost from everywhere. The normal place that you can really find it right now is on Tamorkan Chieftains. The Kargan, the Crazed, has it on his trait. 25% campaign movement range after raising a settlement for a companion lord. But let's check where this effect can be actually found in the game. So the effect itself is very rare. One of the followers, Agent of Blood, Khorne, so this is a generic one, so Khorne can have it. Then we have it on, again, plans. The plans for Gorbat are very common to have things that I like. We have some on the campaign skills, character skills, it's Orion and generic lord one. It is something, at least, but for the campaign one, the only places that we can find it is Skullthrone and Orion Vault Hunt again. So not very common effect yet again. Very interesting. This is the thing that could save Norse Galaxy right now as a faction, because they have a razing as a part of their mechanic, and allowing them to actually move after the razing would be quite an amazing achievement. So effect that I really like and is sadly not used almost anywhere else. The last effect that I want to talk about in this video is, again, movement, but it's used only in one place, so we don't need to go and look anywhere in the table. Yes, this is a very fresh effect, because it was added with the last DLC, Omens of Destruction. This is the only one from today's list that was added into DLC, the rest was based in the game, and this one is replenish campaign movement range after defeating a lord. Awesome effect, one of my favorite and the best effect on this whole list today. That is used only in this one specific place, in the Cloak of Skulls for the Skull Taker. Immensely massive shame that this effect is not used anywhere else, because I see a lot of cool places that this can be used. So yes, this would be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Maybe there are effects that you really like that are not used anywhere in the game, and you think that maybe next updates, DLCs, additions to the game should utilize those effects that you think that are interesting. Those were the effects that I think were the best, at least in terms of the movement, but we have a giant list of those like growth, public order, character stuff that are not used anywhere else besides some very niche mechanics in some cases. So yet again, thank you everyone for watching. Remember to like, subscribe the video, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and as I said, you want to share about it, you can always also hit the notification bell. And what can I say else? Have a wonderful day, and remember to move. Movement is very healthy, especially after the battle. See ya! I was Vengeance and I'm out.